Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am in my apartment gym because we're going to be talking about our shoulders and how to build good round shoulders. So your shoulders are made up of 3 different muscles: your front delt, your side delt, and your rear delt. So I'm going to take you through some exercises, 2 for the front delt, 2 for the side delt, and 2 for the rear delt to help you build good, nice, round boulder shoulders. So the first exercise is the front raise, and this is going to help with your front delts. While doing this exercise, you want to make sure you keep an athletic stance, keep your body and your core nice and tight, and raise up the dumbbells or a barbell in front of you depending on what you have available to you. Pause a little bit at the top and then come back down. Make sure that you're going slow on the eccentric, which is the rising of the dumbbells in your arms, just to make sure that you're really getting a nice stretch all throughout that and you're flexing that entire front delt. Then we're going to move into the overhead press. The overhead press is a great compound movement. A lot of bodybuilders and powerlifters use this to increase their bench and just to really overall build shoulders like we're trying to do today. So this is really going to hit your entire shoulder, but we're going to focus on the front delt. So you're going to bring the bar in front of you. If you want to focus more on the side delt, you can bring the bar behind you so that it's coming behind your head. That's going to hit your side delt a little bit more, but we're going to keep it in front of us for the sake of this video. When you're coming down, you want to make sure you come beneath your chin. You want to make sure you're using your full range of motion, and then you're going to press all the way up and push your head through your arms. This is going to make sure you're getting a good stretch and utilizing that entire range of motion. One thing to remember while doing this is that you can use a barbell. I'm using a dumbbell in this video because I'm in my apartment gym and we don't have any barbells in here. But if you're using dumbbells, you do have the advantage of being able to kind of torque your angle a little bit. This is really great if you have shoulder pain. If you have shoulder pain, it might not be best to go all the way to the side because that might trigger some of that shoulder pain. So if you're using dumbbells for this lift, I would recommend just twisting it a little bit forward to help ease some of that pain. There are a couple different ways you can do an overhead press. You can use your legs to kind of force that weight up, but if you really want to focus on getting a good shoulder pump, you want to stay stationary, don't bend your legs, just focus on moving the weight solely with your arms. Next up, we have the upright row. This is going to be the first exercise really targeting our side delt. Personally, I prefer doing this with either a barbell or an easy bar. This is just going to help with the angle of it and help ease any shoulder pain that you could be having. But again, I'm in my apartment gym and we don't have those available, so dumbbells will do just fine. What is it, supinated grip? You're gonna wanna start this lift with an overhand grip with your wrists turned inwards towards your body, and then you're going to lift all the way up to your shoulders. Make sure that you're not just coming here or down at your ribs. You wanna make sure that you're coming all the way up to where your elbows and your forearms and your biceps are all completely aligned. Pause right up here before you extend back down to the bottom of the lift. If you really want to make sure you're getting a good pump out of this, make sure you pause up here a little bit and then go back down. You can go heavy or light on this lift just depending on your goals. Personally, I think it's really beneficial to go heavy on this lift just because you don't realize how strong you are, and you can really pull a lot in this type of lift. You can do this with a couple of different grips. You can start with a really narrow grip and pull it up so that it's right underneath your chin, or you can do a wider grip. There's a lot of different benefits to doing these different types of grips. I can't speak. But the biggest thing is that you need to do what's comfortable with you and what feels best for you. If you don't really feel it in a wide grip, then try moving it in a little bit narrow. Personally, I like to pull it right up to my shoulders, and that's where I feel this lift the best, but it's up to you. So play around with it and figure out what works best for you. Next is the very stereotypical side delt lift lateral raises. These are pretty standard across any workout, especially if it involves shoulders, and it's gonna really help build those side delts. The biggest tip I can give for these is to just make sure that you are pausing at the top of the lift, keeping a slight bend in the elbows and your core tight. This is going to help you really just feel that in your side delts and come back down. When you're doing this lift, you wanna make sure that you're bringing your arms just very slightly in front of your shoulders. I don't know if you can see that well, so I'll step back, but very slightly in front of your shoulders. You don't want to go here too much because that's going to put more of the pressure in your back, and you really want to focus on engaging this muscle right here. So just bringing it a little bit forward when you come up, your hands down, palms facing the ground is really going to help you feel it right up here in your side delt. Next we have the rear delts, which are these babies right back here. Rear delts are so awesome, and I love training rear delts because I feel like it's something that a lot of people leave out of their exercise routines and their bodybuilding routines and stuff like that, but it can really help you develop a good, wide, nice, well-formed back. The sort of standard exercise for activating the rear delt are rear delt flies. You're gonna do these by taking an athletic stance, bending all the way over so that you have a completely flat back. You're gonna start with your hands at the bottom of the lift, hanging right out in front of your chest, and you're going to lift them like you're flying, hence rear delt flies. When you're doing these, make sure you're not going back and forth too much and using a lot of momentum to do these. You really wanna make sure that you're using your rear delts to activate this lift from the bottom to the top of it. To get a little bit of extra pump in there, make sure that you're pausing at the top of that lift just slightly, and make sure you're making that mind to muscle connection and activating your rear delt. It can be really easy just to like activate your lats and swing these around a little bit, but if you really focus on activating those rear delts, you're gonna get a great pump and a great burn out of this exercise. Our last exercise in this shoulder routine are rear delt cable flies. This is actually one of my favorite exercises to do because I really feel the stretch in my rear delt. I think something about bringing my arm all the way across my body before pulling it out really helps me to feel that stretch and feel that pump and that burn as I continue through the set. Again, starting with an athletic stance, you're gonna take your cable. You can use either just the cable, which I prefer, or you can use one of the handle attachments. It's totally up to you. Then you're just going to hold on to the side of whatever cable like machine that you are using and grab the cable on your other arm, and you're going to just reach across and pause right here at the height of the lift, or I guess it's not really the height of the lift because it goes from one side to the other, but once your arm is completely out, this is a great description of a real cable fly. Okay, all right, I just need to stop, okay. You're gonna wanna start here all the way across your body to make sure that you're really feeling that stretch throughout your back and your rear delt, and then you're gonna pull the weight all the way across your body until your arm is in line with your shoulders. Then you're gonna wanna pause right here, make sure you're activating that rear delt, making that mind to muscle connection, which can be hard to do with the rear delts because they're so not often trained, which makes them hard to activate and feel well, but you'll get there as you keep training them. Make sure you pause right there, really feel that activation in the rear delt before you extend back to your starting position. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope that it helps you build some nice big boulder shoulders. And I really hope that it helps you to build a great physique. If you have any questions about any of these exercises or any more questions about shoulder building, please leave them in the comments below and I will be sure to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Make sure you also hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe down below with the little red button down there. Follow all the socials down there as well. I would really greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!